Hello and welcome to Sports Excellence on Eurosport, examining what lies behind peak performance at the highest level of sporting competition. We've come to the Royal Liverpool Golf Club in Hoylake, England, the venue for the 2014 Open Golf Championship. And we're going to be seeing what it takes to prepare for and play in golf's ultimate test. But first, here's what's coming up on the show.
We'll surprise you with some unusual golfing comparisons and striking statistics. Hear about the latest in golf club technology to help improve your game on the greens. And Gregory Havre, runner-up at the 2010 US Open, will show us how the pros escape from a sand trap.
All that's still to come, but first let's hear from Craig Gilholm. He's the course manager here at Royal Liverpool, and he's going to tell us what he and his team have to do to prepare the golf course for the best golf tournament in the world.
The links comes from it being really close by the sea, but really being sand based. You know, the greens are push-up greens, are built on sand, the fairways are sand, the rough is sand. You keep digging, you'll just find sand. A perfect links day is the sun out and maybe a 10-15 miles an hour wind, just something that makes a two-club choice on certain holes into the wind. I think a professional golfer, they are used to playing in perfect conditions every week now. For these guys to turn up here and have to wear waterproof suits and woolly hats and gloves is just not on their radar anymore, you know. So when they come to the Open Championship, sometimes it's a little bit of a culture shock for them. Over the last few years, we've really been building up a data program of, we know that these greens here, being cut at sort of 3.5 to 4 millimeters, being double cut and rolled, and equally having maybe about 15% moisture in them, will give us really a green that's 120 gravities on the clegg hammer, so it's nice and firm. The moisture's there, so the grass is healthy, but equally it gives the desired speed of about 10.5 to 11 foot in speed. We cut the fairways round about 9-10 millimeters in height. The bunkers, again, long as the bunkers on the fairways gather the ball, so long as the grass is short enough to get the ball onto the bunker. The bunkers themselves, sand is everything. We try and not put too much sand in, but again, if you get an extremely dry summer, you end up with the possibility of a ball rolling into a bunker and sticking, you know, and it just sticks there. And that's what upsets the professional golfer. He gets all these awkward lies where there's maybe a leg up here, or there's the ball's plugged, or he's saying, this is just impossible. But that is the beauty of links golf, you know, that's why we love it. And at the end, if you've really got one of the top 50 guys in the world that's won your championship, you know, and it's a top-end leaderboard, you say, great, golf course has done its job.
The Royal Liverpool Golf Club dates back to 1869, so we've come inside the mythical clubhouse to examine not only some of the history here, but also some sports excellence golfing statistics.
Jack Nicklaus is widely regarded as the most accomplished professional golfer of all time. He won 18 majors. That's one more than Roger Federer's Grand Slam tennis titles. The maximum recorded speed for a golf ball is 363 kilometers an hour, as fast as a Formula One car or a supercar. In 1988, Gary Player, at 62, became the oldest player to make the cut at the Masters, breaking Sam Snead's 25-year-old record. Tiger Woods is the first player to hold 4 major championships at the same time. In tennis, Pete Sampras won 4 consecutive Wimbledon singles titles. At 21, Tiger Woods became the youngest ever golfer to be ranked world number 1. 21 is also the minimum legal age to rent a car in most European countries. The Open Championship is the oldest of golf's majors and was held for the first time in 1860, 2 years before the sport of skiing was even invented.
Golf tournaments are won and lost on the greens. So we spoke to David Solheim, whose grandfather founded one of the biggest brands in golf, to tell us how the latest in putter technology will help the world's best players sink that winning putt.
Our company began in the 60s when my grandpa, Karsten Solheim, he was 48 years old and he played golf for the first time and he was a terrible putter. But he didn't think it was him, so he went home and he designed a putter, and that's when we first developed our putter technology. And this is actually our first putter. It's called the 1A, and in that we developed the heel-toe technology. And since then, over the last 50, almost 60 years now, we've been continuing producing technology in putters. And our latest technology is the true roll technology that we have here that's available in the Karsten series. It's these grooves that are along the face of the putter, and if you could look close, you'll see that they're not all the same depth, and in the center they're actually deeper. And what we can do by that is we make it for no matter whether you hit the ball on the toe or off the center or off the heel, and the ball's going to travel about the exact same distance, so it really helps with your consistency. We ran a lot of tests. If we didn't have these grooves on here, which are deeper in the center, when you go, and if you hit it off the center, on both of them it's going to go the same. You're not going to really see a difference. It's when you start to miss it a little bit off the toe or off the heel that you're going to need a little bit more forgiveness. And what this technology brings to everyone is the ability to have a little bit more room for an air on your putts. But at the same time, even if you hit it a little bit, the ball's going to travel the same distance, and the result will be you'll be able to make more putts. Currently, we've already had Hunter Mahan put it in his bag, and I know Gregory Havre has it in his bag as well.
Je joue avec le TR, d'autant plus qu'ils sont ajustables maintenant aujourd'hui, et ça c'est vraiment un gros avantage parce que tu peux travailler ta posture, tes équilibres régulièrement, et tu as juste à, au lieu d'aller acheter un nouveau putter, régler en longueur au niveau du shaft, et ça c'est vraiment un grand avantage également.
Putting, it's a science, but it's also an art form. We can go and we can design the best putter in the world, but we still need to be able to inspire confidence in the putter, so it needs to look good as well as play well.
The bunker, the golfer's worst nightmare. And at the Open Championship here at Royal Liverpool, some of the world's best golfers will have a lot of difficulty getting the ball out. But in this month's sensation, we'll show you how to do it.
Salut à tous, je suis Grégory Havre, venez avec moi, je vais vous montrer un ou deux trucs sympas ici au golf du Médoc.
where the tournament ends, and so does this episode of Sports Excellence. I hope you've enjoyed our look behind the scenes at one of golf's 4 major championships. But for now, it's goodbye from Royal Liverpool Golf Club at Hoylake, where, as you can see, they're still preparing for the Open Championship. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.